Hello. I learned how to play this from an Indian medicine man named Nick Dundee in the town of France, Australia.
Yeah, that's not good.
I incensed it, and then I burned the place down. I need to put something hot.
Should you do that into a Mac?
I should do it into a map.
Okay.
It'll just be a little distortion. It'll sound really badass.
I gotta go pregnant at Burning Man. So, at Christmas, I went to Christmas at my parents' house, and we were all arguing because my mother, her parents are insane, and they really think I need a better job, and they don't think that I should work for minimum wage and spend all my money on weed and live in a basement. I'm trying to be a grown man. And so my grandmother kept saying things like, so this isn't a career, is it? And then my mom, trying to break the awkward silence, goes, because my family, none of them turn the fucking TV set off. They sit in front of it and get high all day on Vicodin, and they're and they watch shows about crackheads, so they like Sons of Anarchy. And my mom was like, I always thought you looked like the main boy from Sons of Anarchy. And I was like, Mom, that's like saying Ringo was the cute Beatle. Ringo looks like a bad acid trip John had and then started sketching one of his bad little cartoons that everybody thought was art, but it was actually just stick figures. And then Paul looked at it and was like, let's get him to play the drums for us. And that's how Ringo was conceived into the Beatles. The other day I was smoking a bowl and I was thinking about the next presidential elections. And I was like, I wonder if people are going to be mad when they realize that Don Cheadle's been playing Barack Obama for the last several years. They need to stop hiring actors. I think they would have learned that in the 80s. It's a bad choice. I got drunk with my boss a few days ago, and he's kind of a chauvinist, crazy person. And he asked me what I wanted to do with my life, and I was like, I think I'd make a pretty good guidance counselor. And he was like, guidance counseling's for pussies. And then he called me soft. He's 60 years old, and he said, you're soft and you're lame. And I was like, fuck, maybe I kind of suck. And I went home, and I got really upset, and I was like, man, maybe I'm not as cool as I really thought I was. Maybe I am lame. Maybe I kind of suck. Maybe that man's right. Maybe the 60-year-old's right. I do fucking suck. And then I was like, I'm going to do something edgy and weird as shit, and I'm going to get my nipples pierced. And so I go down to my tattoo parlor where I get all my shitty tattoos done. Because I live in Portland, so you have to have shitty tattoos. And I start looking through the little piercing booklets, and it's just dick piercing after dick piercing after dick piercing. It starts freaking me the fuck out. I'm like, what kind of sick son of a bitch shoves a fucking big fucking heavy needle through their dick for fun? And who gets paid to do that? That's worse than a creepy prostitute that's trying to root for meth. And so I freaked out in there, and I just ran the fuck out. But I still wanted to get the piercing, and so I decided the only possible place I could go to would be Lloyd Center, because they've got players there. And I was like, maybe if I offer the chicken flares and smoke a joint or something. Maybe she'll pierce my nipples. And so I go in there and I'm like, scoping it out, and I'm like, I'll probably get away with this. And all of a sudden I start seeing all these little kids. And I'm like, nipple piercings are supposed to be kind of sensual. Oh shit, I shouldn't be here. There's kids here. This isn't kid appropriate. This is not kid friendly at all. This is disturbing and disgusting. Why would I come into a public place like this to get my nipples pierced? Why would I even think about going to Claire's? There's 4-year-olds here. I'm sick. I'm sick. And so I run, and I just start fucking running. And I go to the only reasonable place that I can think of, and it's like over by the ice skating area. Because everyone's there, and they're having a good time, and they're innocent, and they're happy, and they're just free, and they're young, and they're just like, I'm so happy. And I'm just spacing off, staring at mostly it turns out kids, ironically. And this woman comes up to me, and she's like, excuse me, sir, I'm going to have to ask you. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, fuck, and just ran. That's a thing. I want to tell a really, really off-color joke. But I'm trying to figure out if there's kids here. Is there anybody under 18? Or that needs earmuffs? It's sick and wrong.
It's in our Constitution. Just do
It's
it.
a free speech, freedom of speech.
Yeah, it is. Just do it.
It involves the M word, masturbate. And anyway, so I'm in...
I got your back when you leave.
Thank you. We're going to take the city by storm. That's going. And anyway, so I went to Pals the other day because I know how to read. Unlike the hipsters that hang out at Pals and pretend they know how to read and they sit in the cafe with their fucking books and you pay attention, most of them have them upside down because they're fucking drunk off shitty beer.
I can't read.
You can't read. I know that.
I can't read.
I know that. I saw you at Pals reading an upside down book. It's fucked up. And anyway, so I'm perusing the sections and I choose my literature because I know how to read. And I decide to go people watch because I'm high as shit. And I'm looking at all these people in the little area, and I see this one old man, and he's sitting there, and he's got this old leather-bound book, and he's like reading it. He's got like this black cloak on, and at first I think he's rich, and then I go up and I realize he's a rabbi. And anyway, I see these kids wearing like Venom t-shirts. Venom is a black metal band, and they scream about Satan, like border rock. It's pretty badass, but they burn down churches and things like that, which isn't really that nice because that's burning public property, and that's against the law. And I don't condone breaking the law. And so these kids, they're sitting there pointing at this old man, and they're snickering, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I see that this old Jewish man is reading a copy of the New Testament, which is ironic. It's kind of fun. It's Portland, so he's clearly just a crazy homebum who wandered into Pals and stole a Bible. But anyway, so they're sitting there and they're snicking, they're like, the next burn the Bible. And I'm like, what the fuck is the matter with these kids, man? They hate that thing, and all they want to do is burn it. They don't really hate it if all they want to do is burn it. It's like the punk rock kids with like the torn up shit with the anarchy t-shirts that they bought at Hot Topic for like $45 on sale. And
Don't be dissing on that.
I do what I want. And
Give them hell, dude.
and anyway, I'm like, if you hate something that much, why do you only think you should burn it? You could do all sorts of other creative things to it. Like, you know what I said? If you hate something so much that you want to fucking jeer at people in the middle of a fucking crowded place like a fucking terrorist, then we're a terrorist. We're a terrorist if you only yell. And you know what I think? I think if you really hate the flag or the Bible that much, why don't everybody come on over, have a little weekly fucking arrangement where all you fucking assholes go and hang out in one spot together, have a big orgy on top of the American flag, and when you're all done, open it up, and everybody can right into the middle of the New Testament. And that's what you do if you really fucking hate something. Posers.
the sidewalk just the other day. Had a 40 bottle in my hand.